Okay, we're going to tie the Experience Caddis variant. For those of you who subscribe to my channel on YouTube, know I like to tie a lot of variants. I like to take a pattern and tweak it and make it my own, and therefore, hence I call it a variant of the original pattern. We're going to tie this today on a scud hook. This is a size 14. And I have a bead, 3/32 bead on here. This happens to be a lucent bead in light green. A black bead would be fine. There's nothing wrong with that. For thread, I'm going to be using a Vivas. This is an olive. It's 12/0. You can also use 6/0 of any other kind of thread. Start the thread behind the bead, and we'll lay a base down the shank. We're not going to stop at the ordinary point above the bar, but we're going on down the shank. At this point, we're going to put in a ribbing material or a body material. I'm going to use Stretch Card or Stretch Magic. You can buy this at Walmart. It's a good product to use on the body of flies. It has a nice stretch ability to it, and it's strong. This is clear. You can also use D-rib. That would work fine, as long as you use a clear material. Okay, for the body of the fly, I'm going to be using a mixture of Prism Light Olive and a Life Cycle Caddis Green. And when you mix them together, you're going to get something that looks like this. Got a little sparkle to it. Gives it a little bit of a reflection in the water. So we're going to form our body from that material. And again, less is best. Okay. And I'm going to bring that up to a place on the shank just slightly above or right at the point. Put in a half hitch. And then we'll take our stretch material and we'll bring it forward. Now, it doesn't hurt if this has a few gaps in it. Some of this dubbing might come through, which is fine. It gives it a nice fuzzy look. It gives it a little bit more of a lifelike appearance. You'll tie it off. And again, we'll put in a little half hitch. Okay, if most all caddis flies have two legs that they actually use somewhat as oars. So to imitate that, we're going to be using some quill body. It's a strip quill, and we're going to be using it in an olive. Clip it off. And we're going to tie it in along the side of the shank. And we'll tie one on the other side. Okay, we can trim these in a minute to size. Put in another half hitch. At this point, we're going to put in a little wing bud to imitate the wings on this caddisfly. And I'm going to be using some elk hair, a little gray and dark in color. We don't need a whole lot. Nip off just a little bit. We'll clean it up. And then we'll take our hair stacker and stack it. Okay, we'll take a few of the smaller pieces out. We don't need a whole lot. We just want to give a little bit of a imitation of a wing. Okay, we're going to have this about the length of the body, or just a little bit shorter, maybe 3/4 the length of the body. Make a soft wrap, and then I'm going to put a pinch wrap in here to pull it in place. A couple more soft wraps, and I'm going to try then to pull it back just a little bit. A little bit too long. Keeping pressure on my thread. Okay. Okay, we can clip that off. Here again, I'm going to put in a little half hitch. Okay, for the legs of the fly, we're going to use a soft tackle technique, but instead of using Hungarian partridge, I'm going to be using some CDC olive. I'm going to tie it in by the tips. Clean up the butt just a little bit. Okay, we'll tie it in by the tip. Clean that up a little bit. And we'll take our hackle pliers. And we're going to put on the soft tackle. Two, maybe 3 wraps of this would be sufficient. And we tie it off. Get in here and clip the stem. I can grab it and pull it back and put a couple wraps over the top to kind of pull it back over the body. We don't need too much, just a little bit. Okay, again, I'm going to put in a half hitch. And then I'm going to use a little bit of prison dubbing to make a collar. Don't need much, just a dab. We'll whip finish it. Put a little super glue here on my thread. Make sure it doesn't come loose. Again, I'll put in another whip finish. Okay, we'll clip our thread. And we can size our legs here a little bit too long. And we've got some stragglers now. A little bit long here with our CDC. We can pinch it closer. And we have the experienced caddis variant.